Hey guys, Pedro1979. Just came back from back ride and my doing a little vlog with my bike, and my calipers on the rear were rubbing a little bit, so I decided to align them. I did the trick where you're aligning the calipers, just holding it and tightening up those two bolts over here. So as you guys can see on top here, so you got one bolt, you got two bolt that holds the caliper in place. So that top bolt here, that one, and this one. Why do I got my flashlight there? Because that didn't work, so I did a manual alignment. So what I did is basically just clamp a flashlight on the tire, not on the rims. So the clamp is holding the flashlight. I got a truss fire. This is a LED flashlight. So as you guys can see, it's not even touching the rim right there, not touching the rim. So on the clamp, so it's just clamped on a tire. But what this allows me to do is, let me try to zoom in there. So what this allows me to do is, you guys won't be able to see it, but is to see in between the disc and the calipers. So basically right now I've got this aligned pretty much perfect. So I just went manually. So what I did is just loosen up these two bolts here, these little two bolts, loosen that up, just play with it manually, holding it with my hand, and then tightening up each bolt individually, gradually at a time. And now the disc is pretty much perfect and it's not rubbing anymore. So just a little trick. If you want to see, you just need to I can see it from here. I wonder if I can, if you want to see the gap, if there's a gap between the two, so you can see the light there, that might be good. So at just the right spot, you can see light just in between the disc on one side and the other side. So anyways, I can see it pretty good, but right now I got it aligned pretty good. I couldn't do it with the trick with the since I got a little wave in my diff, I couldn't just hold the brake in place. Once I get my new rotor, I'm gonna be able to do that. But just a little trick, if you want to align your brakes and you're not quite getting it properly, just with that technique, with the brake, you're holding the brake technique and the calipers are squeezing, and then you're tightening up on each side of these little two bolts there. So you can use a flashlight, just use a quick clamp like that. So you can get that at Walmart or Plenty of Spot. I just use that, clamp it on the tires. That way you can light up the calipers. It works for, at least for the rear calipers, but you can light up the rear calipers just in the proper way to see the light coming in between the two pads on your rotor. So just a little trick, guys, if you wanna see. So your rotor and your brake have great pads. So hope you guys enjoyed this little quick tip for aligning your brakes. So this is something that at some point I just couldn't align it properly anymore, so I got pissed off. So I said, fuck it, I'm going manually. So trying to hold the flashlight and squeeze it in, but right there with the little turbo clamp, it's just way better. So you just light it up and you can see the gap, the light coming in between the rotors and the pads, and that is just perfect. So just a little tip, guys. So you just clamp a light like that on your tires, you shine it on your rotors right there. So let me turn off the light so you guys can see the rotor. So you shine it on your rotor so you can see just the light coming in between your pads and your rotor. So just a little tip, guys. So if you guys enjoyed that little tip, give it a thumbs up, and I see you guys on the next one.